Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? What is going on? It's your girl, Jay, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are talking about the Las Vegas Aces and their prospects. So let's get into it. All right. In the offseason, the Aces picked up four players and brought Sid Colson back under a training camp contract. Also in the offseason, we saw Elena Coates and Kayla George be released. Kayla George is doing her thing in Australia. And as far as I can remember, I believe Elena Coates is in Seattle. So hopefully, if she makes the team through training camp, we might see her in action again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the new players that are currently on the training camp roster and on a training camp contract, and then we'll go through the draftees. All right. So the Las Vegas Aces roster right now, as it stands, has 18 people on the rosters. There's 9 active players, and then there's 9 prospective players. The active players you mostly know is Kirsten Bell, Alicia Clark, Chelsea Gray, Candace Parker, Kelsey Plum, Asia Wilson, Kia Stokes, Jackie Young, and they picked up Megan Gustafson. I hope I said that right in the offseason from Phoenix, I believe. Now, you notice I did not name Sid Colson because although she is signed to the team, I haven't seen reports say she is a permanent player. I've only seen that it shows that she has a training camp contract. So as far as I know, she is only signed to a training camp contract at this time. So of those 9 players that are prospects, we have 5 that were signed to training camp contracts over the offseason, and then we have 4 that were just drafted in this past WNBA draft. Now, we know the WNBA is only allowed each team 12 players on a roster. Now, sometimes teams choose to go with 11 just to save cap space, but I'm not really sure what the Aces are going to do. I just know there are 9 players available and only 3 open spots. All right, so let's get into the players that were signed to training camp contracts in the offseason. So first up, we have Bria Beal. Bria is a 6'1" forward, considered a rookie because she was drafted in 2023 to the Minnesota Lynx. Now, she was waived before the season started, so that's why she's considered a rookie, but she is from the University of South Carolina. She is part of the Freshies crew who did win a championship in 2022. In college, Bria played in 138 games where she averaged 6.1 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. All right, up next is Bria Hartley. Now, Bria is a 5'9" guard and a 9-year vet in the WNBA. She went to UConn and she was drafted in 2014 in the first round as the 7th pick by Seattle. Now, she was immediately waived and was picked up by the Washington Mystics. During her career, she spent 3 years in Washington, 3 years in New York, 1 year with Phoenix, and 1 year with Indiana and Connecticut. In 2022, she had a contract divorce with the Indiana Fever and was then picked up by the Connecticut Sun. She only played in 3 games while in Connecticut and ended up having a season-ending ACL injury. She eventually ended up signing with the Turkish League in 2023 after she recovered. Now, some of her WNBA stats since she's been in the league, now it's been 9 years, but she's averaged 7.9 points, 2.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and she had a career high of 27 points, averaging 14.6 points and 4.5 assists in 2020. And this is when she was with Phoenix. Now let's go on to Morgan Jones. Morgan Jones is a 6'1" guard who's also considered a rookie. She is undrafted. She's from Louisville, Florida State. That meant she spent some time in college in Florida State, some time in Louisville. She's currently playing for Greece. While in college, she played in 152 games. She averaged 8.9 points, 4.5 rebounds, 1.1 assists. She was also 2-time All-ACC. Her Greece stats right now are 25.2 points and 11.1 rebounds. Up next, we have Kamaria McDaniel. Now, Kamaria is a 5'9" guard who's also considered a rookie. She played at Michigan State as well as Penn State. She was undrafted. In college, she played in 132 games, averaging 11.3 points, 3 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. While in Turkey, she's been averaging 37.5 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. Now let's get to the rookies. First up, we have Deasia Fair. Deasia Fair is a 5'5" guard from Syracuse and Buffalo. She was drafted in the second round as the 16th pick. While in college, she played 153 games, averaging 22.2 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. She also had a field goal percentage of 38.7. She is currently third in D1 career points at 3,403 points. She's a two-time All-ACC. She's an AP All-American and also an ACC All-Defensive Team member. Up next, we have Kate Martin. Kate is a 6-foot guard out of Iowa. She was drafted in the second round as the 18th pick. In college, she played in 163 games. She averages 8 points, 4.6 rebounds, 2.9 assists, and has a field goal percentage of 46.4%. Then that leads us to Elizabeth Kitley. Elizabeth is a 6'6" center out of Virginia Tech. She was chosen in the second round as the 24th pick, who is also currently injured with an ACL injury. She is a 3-time ACC Player of the Year, a 4-time All-ACC, a 3-time AP All-American. She's racking up those awards, y'all. In college, she played in 151 games where she averaged 17.9 points, 10 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and she had a field goal percentage of 55.2%. Now, last but not least is Angel Jackson. Angel is a 6'6" forward from Jackson State, an HBCU. Shout out to the HBCUs. She was chosen in the third round as a 36th pick. In college, she played in 130 games. She averaged 8.1 points, 5.6 rebounds, 0.8 assists, and she has a field goal percentage of 45.1%. She is all SWAC and a 2-time SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. So that's the roundup of the players that could make the ACES team. I know I gave very basic information. I just wanted to give a little bit of information on each player. But as you're watching this, if you do know of these players and there's information that I left out, feel free to drop it in the comments so that I can see it and others that are watching this video can have a little bit more information as well. So who do you think is going to make the cut? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. There's only 3 spots available, but let's keep this in mind. Now, Elizabeth Kitley can be taken by the Aces as an injured player, and she can remain on the team without taking a roster spot and without taking up cap space. That's because the WNBA has a clause in their rules as far as roster space is concerned. And this is what it says. It states, if the injury occurs in the preseason or offseason while playing for a non-WNBA team, the team can suspend the player for the season to remove their salary from the salary cap and open up another roster spot. That means they can still keep Elizabeth and choose 3 more players out of the roster of 8 that they currently have. So let me know who is going to make the cut. Who's your favorite player out of these players? Who do you think is going to help the Aces go for that 3-peat? Who do you think is going to have the best chance at growing with the Aces over the next 3 to 4 years? Let me know. Training camp starts April 28th, which is this upcoming Sunday. It's about to go down, y'all. It's about to go down. On May 11th, the Aces will have their first and only preseason game, which they will be playing against Puerto Rico, and it's going to be held in South Carolina at University of South Carolina in the Colonial Life Arena. It's going to go down. It will be on NBA TV, or if you have WNBA League Pass, you can watch it on the app. If you don't have that WNBA League Pass, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Go ahead and get that. It's very affordable, and you can watch all the Aces games if you don't have certain channels on your cable package or streaming service. So stay tuned to the J-Spot Network for more on all things Aces, because I will be covering them this season. That is my team. I'm rooting for them, and I want to see what's going to happen. So that's all I have for y'all today. Thank y'all for checking out my channel. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.